My helicopter blew up. I wouldn't mind a hand as well.
I can't get you out.
Really?
Yeah, you're stuck inside.
Oh!
Hello, we're back with another Play or Pass, where we jump into some co-op and multiplayer games and give you our thoughts on whether or not they're worth picking up. And if you want to join myself and Nex for more co-op and multiplayer content, feel free to subscribe and sit back each week as we review and play through all sorts of different titles. Today we're covering Ghost Recon Breakpoint, a third-person online tactical shooter developed and published by Ubisoft. The game is set on a handful of fictional islands in the Pacific Ocean. On these islands, a military contractor has set up operation, making advanced weaponry and artificial intelligence equipment like drones, tanks, and swarms of airborne robots. As a player, you fill the shoes of a lieutenant in a special operations unit called Ghosts. Your objective is to investigate suspicious behaviour on the island, behaviour specifically connected to this military contractor. However, shortly after your arrival, things go quickly downhill, and you find yourself thrust into a campaign of betrayal, mystery, and violence. The game itself plays in the same way as its predecessor, Ghost Recon Wildlands, where you deck yourself out with a wide range of weapons, gear, and attachments, and then snipe, knife, blast, and detonate your way through the main storylines and side quests. Two guys on me.
On A. Oh yeah, I see the one on the left there.
If you choose to play solo, you have the option of playing with 3 AI squad mates. And if you have a couple of friends to jump in with, you can play through the entire campaign together. Ghost Recon Breakpoint was originally released in October 2019, and since then has enjoyed a number of different content updates, some of which allow you to reload the entire state of the world. For example, you can reload the map where it's covered in gas, and you have to work with characters from Rainbow Six Siege to try and take down the people responsible. Or you can load the world in which Terminators from the Skynet have taken over, and you have to blast your way through to defeat them. Given all the changes and updates to the game over the years, we think it's a great time to find out in 2021 whether Ghost Recon Breakpoint is a play or a pass.
The Ghost Recon franchise has become a staple open-world third-person shooter over recent years. With the continuation of Ghost Recon Wildlands, a great experience in its own right, comes Breakpoint, a title that looked to take it to the next level, with improvements across the board. The game is set on the fictional island of Aurora, described as World 2.0, a place where research for AI and drone technology can take place, becoming home to all that worked there. The options in customizing your character are quite generous, using presets to cover a good variety of features, although saying that you only get to customize from the shoulders up, so it's important to make the most of what you're given. After crash landing and starting your adventure, I became immediately aware of the lack of being able to jump. It seems spacebar is used to vault over objects, but you won't be hopping all over the place at will. The third-person camera is quite zoomed in, and aiming gives the option of using the aim down sight or an over-the-shoulder crosshair. Interestingly enough, Bias was able to join me from the moment I started playing, which was a good start for co-op play. Most missions seem to allow you to complete them stealthily, but going guns blazing is always an option. I can get left guy.
Okay, I'll get 2 right. Oh no, there's going to be 2 left now.
Yeah, I can get 2 left. You ready?
3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Nice.
There is a lot of multiplayer freedom, being able to share missions regardless of where you are within the story. Most actions, however, are only accessible if you're the party leader. The movement is fairly responsive, with some small hints of realism defining how quick you can turn and aim your weapons. You have a stamina bar to manage how long you can sprint or stand on inclines, causing you to slide down when the bar is empty. One small annoyance we had was getting about in the main hub. For some reason there, it makes the movement really clunky, like a worse version of GTA 5 or Red Dead, which isn't great. As you gain levels, you spend skill points on a tree that becomes available once you pick a class. The skills you can get range from night vision to thermal vision to having a parachute. The 6 classes themselves each have their own unique passive and active abilities. A field medic allows you to revive and carry bodies faster, as well as self-revive. An engineer can deploy drones that attack your enemies, or Echelon that gives you a sonar scanner to see all enemies nearby, even through walls, a class we both took in order to improve our chances of stealthing through missions. Gear-wise, your armor and clothing will contribute towards your overall item level and stats. However, you don't have to keep their appearance. Breakpoint gives you the option to override the look of your gear and create an appearance based on any item of clothing you own. So if you're choosing not to wear that weird hat because it doesn't suit your outfit despite it having better stats, you needn't worry. Just head to the loadout tab and switch out your wardrobe to whatever you like. This extends to clothing, boots, backpacks and more. Better yet, if you aren't into the gear level and having to loot everything to improve your character, the devs have created the Ghost experience, a way to remove this aspect entirely to play the game in your own way. Weapon options come in the form of assault rifles, LMGs, submachine guns, shotguns, handguns and launchers, each with a myriad of attachments that can be buffed based on the class you pick. The large map allows you to fast travel to certain predefined locations, as well as to your teammates, and also a really decent range of ground and air vehicle types to get around with. There are some nice touches by Ubisoft in keeping the experience fresh. One is guided or exploration mode. One option showing you exactly where to go for your mission, and the other dropping hints, allowing you to search the area and try and find the location yourself. Different event parameters can then be selected to spawn missions with Terminators, helping outlaws take over areas of the map, or complete missions in areas shrouded with gas clouds. The amount of collaboration Breakpoint has attempted is actually quite impressive, with crossovers to Rainbow Six, Terminator, Splinter Cell, and even stars the guy from The Punisher and The Walking Dead. We eventually decided that we liked different elements to Breakpoint. I would have much preferred the ability to fast travel to missions, so that I can just play through each one. I'm stuck on this rock here. However, Bias likes to take in the world and sees the aspects of travelling between areas an important part of the experience, and I suspect most other players would think the same.
Oh no, my bike is stuck perfectly on this tree.
Overall, we both enjoyed our time playing from a co-op standpoint. I guess the difference is one wanting to be immersed in the world versus one just wanting to play in it.
Oh, I've got knee pads.
To me, the open world Ghost Recon series is an example of what co-op games should feel like. And while they have had mixed reviews in the past, both Breakpoint and the previous Wildlands game provide players with an open, sprawling environment with which to gather a squad of friends and tackle different operations in multiple different ways. The overall map in Breakpoint is huge, and you'll need to discover camps in the wilderness to act as fast travel points, or choose from a wide range of different vehicles to help you get from point A to point B. And within this map are plenty of story missions, side missions, world bosses to take down, strongholds to clear, secrets to uncover, and weapons and attachments to collect. However, for us, where the game really shines is the combination of tactical gameplay and the flexibility you have to play through each mission. You can choose to hang back, scan the area with your drone, and then snipe targets from the cover of forests or mountainsides. Or you can get up close and personal using your pistol and your knife. If you prefer more of a chaotic playstyle, you can run in like a madman and just start blasting. Or if you try and get things done with minimal casualties, you can do this too. Whichever playstyle you enjoy is amplified when you play co-op, and as you and your friends communicate and work together to take down the enemy and complete objectives. However, like many of these games, there are some things that can clearly be improved. And with Ghost Recon Breakpoint, there are some issues with the servers dropping out and losing connection. And while this has improved massively since the original launch of the game, it is still irritating when you drop out of co-op play and have to reconnect. Overall, we gave Ghost Recon Breakpoint a 3.5 out of 5, and for us, it's a play. To me, this seems to be one of the most underrated co-op games of the last few years, so if you have a few friends that want to jump into a tactical, story-driven campaign, this might be worth jumping into. Let us know in the comments what you think of the game, or whether or not you agree with our review. We're the Bullet Sponges, and we'll see you in the next one.